Here's the thing. So we're going to talk about a lot of prompting, and we will talk about the problem, solution, and positioning statement multiple times throughout, because what we start with is going to need to be reiterated, right? We're going to have to refine things as we are going forward, because we're going to be talking about some positioning today. However, um, as we are refining our audience, our ideal client personas, this positioning is going to need to be refined. Our messaging is going to be refined more and more and more. And I'm gonna break this down for you in a little bit. Why AI in marketing? AI does enhance our marketing, but it does not replace our strategy. So here's one thing that we need to make sure. AI is only good with us, right? We can't expect AI to do everything for us if we don't have a tailored strategy already. Yes, it can create content, email sequences, lead nurturing. It can automate a lot of things for us. It can do market research, audience insights, and it can literally do everything for us at some point. But we can't just expect it to do everything for us if we don't already have a tailored strategy and if we don't tell it what to do for us. And here's one thing. If you are not an expert in what you do, you can't use AI, because AI is so good that if it makes a mistake, you won't know that it's a mistake. So you need to know what you're doing in order to use AI. And this is actually same even if you're not using AI, right? I have clients that come to me and say, hey, should I hire in a marketing agency? I tell them, first, learn a little bit about marketing, so create your own strategy a little bit yourself, and then go to a marketing agency. Create your marketing strategy with a strategist. Sit down and create it yourself with a strategist, and then hand that over to a marketing agency. Because if you just go to an agency, or if you just go to AI and say, hey, do my marketing for me, they're going to do something generic for you, just like AI, right? Because if you go to AI and say, let's say you're starting a social media agency. If you go to AI and say, hey, create a content strategy for my social media agency, it's not going to be any different than the next guy saying, create a content plan for my social media agency, right? So we do need to make sure we are creating a strategy first that is going to differentiate us from any other social media agencies or any other stores that are selling the same thing, or service, or brands that are given the same service or product, right? That's why it's very important that we first lay out our strategy, and we can use AI in order to help us with that. So first, we want to identify the problem and define the solution. Understand your ideal client's pain points and define a solution. Crafting your problem and solution statement. This is very important. So when you introduce yourself, or when you're talking about your business, right, messaging is very important. So this is for us to clearly articulate what problem we solve, and when we're introducing ourselves, it's very important that we approach with the problem and solution. Or when we say we sell cat products or cat toys, right? We don't know the solution or problem. But when you tell me specifically what problem you solve with the wool, right? Then now I'm like, okay, there's an aha moment there. And that shows your differentiation. And with you as well, when you tell me a problem that you're solving, that makes me understand that there's a differentiation there. There's a need there. So that's very important. And let's look at the prompts here. This is an exercise, and here's our prompt. my business is, and here, describe your business as detailed as you can. I help, and your target audience. Again, describe your target audience as specifically as you can. Solve your problem by offering your solution and highlight what makes my approach different from competitors. Sorry. Highlight what makes my approach different from competitors and generate 3 unique problem solution driven unique selling propositions. So this is where we're asking AI to tell us some differentiations if we can't come up with some differentiations for our business. Our prompt, and I want someone to help me with this as an example. Who wants to give me the description of their business? Okay. Highlight what makes my approach different from competitors and generate 3 unique problem and solution driven unique selling points. So let's see what it's going to give us. All right, so it's giving us 3 different frameworks here. The first one is holistic hands-on advocacy for seamless healthcare navigation. Problem: seniors and disabled individuals often struggle with fragmented healthcare services, leading to confusion, delays, and gaps in healthcare. Solution: unlike traditional case managers or placement services, we provide end-to-end advocacy, personally guiding clients through appointments, discharge planning, and placement decisions. We ensure continuity of care and minimize stress for clients and families. The next one, personalized ethical guidance beyond cookie-cutter solutions. And the problem is, many senior advisory services push clients into predetermined care options that may not align with their unique needs. We prioritize customized ethical recommendations based on medical, emotional, and lifestyle preferences, ensuring informed decisions that truly enhance well-being rather than just filing facility quotas. And the third one, empowerment through education so you stay in control. Problem: the healthcare system is complex, leaving many seniors and families overwhelmed, uninformed, and feeling powerless. Solution: we don't just coordinate services, we educate and empower clients with clear guidance, breaking down complex processes into actionable steps so that they make the best choices with confidence. So there are 3 options here. Which one do you think? Go ahead, sorry. Yeah, sure, you can. I can send it to you. But I would select one of them for now, right? I mean, of course, you can go and reiterate all of them, but which one would make you stand out the most, you think? My personal opinion would be the second one, because that is more personalized and it says you're given customized and ethical recommendations. And it is saying that they push clients to predetermined care options. So maybe that may be a bigger pain point. But you got to do market research. So with other prompts we're going to have coming up, you can determine those things, right? So, all right, we're going to get into who is your ideal client, your target audience. This is one of the most important parts. And this is where we're going to spend the rest of our time. And the reason why is because it's out of China, correct? Yes. A lot of the times we see that this is where the gap is with a lot of business owners, because we decide that our target audience is either all the business owners or all the females in between 25 to 55, or everybody who want to buy soap, or everybody who want to buy a business product, right? It's too large. What I'm trying to say is it's too wide. And we need to narrow down our ideal client. And AI can help us with this. And what happens is when we have such a wide audience, when we speak to everyone, you speak to no one, right? It becomes just noise. So, for instance, when you say, my target audience is females in between 25 to 55, then in that audience, there are so many different personas, right? There is that Jenny who's 25 years old and graduating from UNLV in Las Vegas, who's single, no kids, completely different interests and behaviors than Mary, who's 55 years old, care of her grandkids, who's a stay-at-home wife. Completely different interests and behaviors, completely different language, completely different messaging for that person, right? That's why we need to create personas for our target audience and narrow it down. And this is not just by demographics, it is by behaviors, interests, where are they shopping? What is their buying behaviors? Which platforms are they on? And not just social media platforms, right? It's also the entertainment platforms and all of those other things that we can talk about. All right, so we're gonna start by saying, I want you to act as a brand strategist and a copywriter who's an expert in my industry. Who wants to go for this? I want one person for the whole thing. Let's see what it says. First, we're giving them context, right? We're telling them what to do for us. Got it. What do you need help with? Branding, messaging, website copy, or something else for the EV charging sector. Next prompt, describe the offering in detail. Now we're going to tell them, yes, describe it to us. So we build EV charging stations in Southwest US. All right. Now we're going to say, describe this offering in detail, including its main features, benefits, and potential uses. And we're going to ask AI to do that for us. So AI is now telling us, your company is revolutionizing the EV charging experience by integrating solar-powered charging stations with full-service restaurants along major highways in the southwestern US. And now it's telling us key features and innovations. But again, you need to be expert in what you do, and you got to make sure you're reading all of this and see if these are true, right? If these apply to what you do. So all of these things, key benefits, why it matters, who benefits from these EV charging stations. The future of EV charging is more than just a plug, it says. No, I am pulling it from ChatGPT with these prompts. I'll give you these prompts. You can use it in Copilot. Exactly what I'm saying, these prompts. So he told me what business he had, and then I copied and pasted this prompt from myself. I am the prompt engineer. My business solve for customers. How does it provide a solution for this problem? So now that we gave context about Martin's business, I'm just gonna say my business here, since he knows Martin's business now. What specific problem does my business solve for customers? How does it provide a solution to this problem? Okay, so we gave it the prompt, and let's see. The core problem your business solves: range anxiety, charging inconvenience, long boring wait times during charging, sustainability and grid dependence. How your business provides the solution: strategic highway locations, ultra-fast charging, DC fast chargers, integrated restaurants and amenities, solar-powered grid independent, smart charging network, why this matters. So it told us all of these things. And the next prompt now, narrowing down your target audience. There we are. Based on my business, identify the most relevant target audience segments and describe their demographics, interests, and behaviors. So here, now we're asking them the most relevant target audience and the segment, right? Now it's not going to tell us everybody, which, again, Mark's business is a little different, right? He is doing solar EV charging stations. It's pretty much obvious who his target audience is and pretty narrow already. This it's going to be a little different for obviously if you have more of a generic type of business, like if you're doing business services, if you're selling a more saturated generic product or service, right? This is going to be a lot more effective for you than Martin's business because his is pretty obvious and pretty narrow already. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Okay, so demographics. Now it said 25 to 55 age. It gave us income, 75,000 to 200K a year annual income. Why did it do that? Because probably people who have electric vehicles are not making less than 75K a year, right? Makes sense. Location, urban and suburban EV owners in major US cities. And it's given us some cities as an example, traveling through Southwest, obviously, because those people are the ones that are usually traveling. College educated professionals and tech savvy consumers, right? Makes sense. Interests and behaviors. Early adopters of EV, telling us the brand names of the vehicles. Frequently travel long distances on highways, prioritize fast charging and convenient amenities, value sustainability, clean energy, prefer quality food options over gas station snacks. Very specific, right? Likely to use mobile apps for route planning and charging reservations. Pain points, range anxiety, charging downtown feels wasted, current charging stations lack of food and rest options. That's why you chose restaurants, huh? Yeah, good idea. They love your business. Convenient, ultra-fast charging hubs, premium dining rest areas, sustainable solar-powered energy. Commuters. That's another persona for us. 30 to 60 years old. They're making a little less money, right? These are middle class. And then another demographic, logistic companies, Uber, Lyft, EV drivers. That makes sense. And they're looking for cost-effective charging solutions. So now the behaviors and interests are changing. You see how it's changing with personas, right? And now our messaging is going to change for each persona. How we speak to them is going to change. And this is important. Why? Because the words that are going to come out of their mouth is going to be completely different. And that is going to determine our content, our copy in our content, right? Because we got to capture people with the words that they are saying. We got to speak it back to them. That's when we create those aha moments. That's when they actually hear us, right? So if you, as a business owner, myself, right? If you create content and say, hey, business owners, I'm just going to walk around, right? I'm not going to hear you. But if you say, hey, marketing strategist, then I'll be like, oh, right? Because I am one. But everybody's talking to business owners because everybody is business owners. But it's important that you speak to me directly. Here are more prompts for you. Target audience, clarity prompts, and persona prompts. I want you to play with those. But with, for instance, with Martin's example, there's industry-specific prompts for a business in the EV industry sector for the top 3 customer segments. We could have said that, right? Or with especially product-based businesses. For instance, with the cat wolf toys, right? It could be describe the typical buying behavior of cat owners when they are searching for cat toys. What influences their purchasing decision? This could be a prompt for you. Where does my ideal audience spend the most time online? List top social media platforms, forums, or communities where they engage with content related to industry. Maybe you can ask this, right? As elderly people, where are they consuming their content? And you can ask this not just online, but offline as well. Where are they? Which communities are they? Or which uh, hard copy content they're consuming, right? Um, where are they getting their information? Next class, we're going to go into more meat and potatoes next class.